At the start of the film, someone exits a bus and walks along a lengthy street. Soon later, Charlie, an English professor, uses a webcam to educate his students. However, he plays along with the camera's malfunction so that the students won't be able to see him. He is over 600 pounds and severely fat. He experiences significant chest aches as he is masturbating. An apostle named Thomas from the New Life Church approaches and attempts to preach the gospel to him, and he attempts to read an essay on Moby Dick. Charlie then requests that Thomas read the essay to him because he wishes to hear it one last time before passing away. Liz, the nurse and sole friend of Charlie, arrives and tells Thomas to go since she hates New Life. Charlie is encouraged by her to go to the hospital because he is in danger of coronary artery disease due to high blood pressure, but he refuses, saying he doesn't have life insurance. Dan, the pizza delivery guy, calls him when he places his regular pizza orders at Gambino's, but he never speaks to him. Dan normally speaks to Charlie for a short time from outside before Charlie drops money in the mailbox. His alienated daughter Ellie paid him a visit, who is angry with him for abandoning her and her mother Mary when she was 8 years old because he had an affair with one of his students named Alan. She adds that Mary is unaware of her visit. If Ellie intends to spend time with him, Charlie will give her everything. Additionally, he promises to assist her with her academics as she is in problems with intimidating other pupils. Liz reprimands Charlie for having Ellie with him and says it is a negative thing when she learns that Ellie was with him. Thomas pays Charlie a second visit and assists him in locating a misplaced key to Alan's room. When Liz returns, she tries to scare Thomas away once more but instead speaks to him in private outside. Liz explains that Alan was her brother and that her adoptive father served as the pastor of New Life. Due to his remorse over being gay, Alan took his life by leaping off a bridge, which caused Charlie to binge eat and experience sadness, as well as Liz to hate the church. Nevertheless, Thomas is convinced that his mission is to introduce Charlie to God. Charlie receives a lunch from Liz after Thomas has left, but before he can finish it, Liz assists him spit it up. Ellie keeps coming, but she politely refuses Charlie's efforts to get in touch with her. Charlie responds that he attempted and also attempted to send her some cash when she says he could have made a lifetime effort to keep in touch with her. Charlie never stops attempting to convince Ellie of her admirable character. After Ellie offers Charlie a sandwich of crushed Ambien to assist him fall asleep, Thomas returns to the house. She gives Thomas some marijuana while also using vulgar language to purposefully humiliate him. Thomas admits that he once struggled with his daily marijuana use. Thomas is forced to admit that he left New Life some time ago because he took the money and fled his house after Ellie says that there are no longer from house to house preachers for New Life. Ellie uses her mobile to film the confession while simultaneously snapping photos of Thomas and Charlie. Charlie has one more visit from Thomas, who tells him that Ellie has recorded his confession and forwarded a copy to his family in Iowa. They have welcomed him to come back home and have forgiven him instead of reacting indignantly. Thomas interprets this as a hint to persuade Charlie to change, but he declines. Thomas becomes extremely uneasy listening to Charlie talk to Thomas about his connection with Alan and the negative repercussions of his fat that he labels Charlie nasty. Liz invites Mary to the flat and informs her that Ellie is at Charlie's while she is there. Liz responds that Charlie doesn't have any money when Ellie mentions that Charlie promised to pay her. It turns out that Liz was unaware that Charlie had money set aside for Ellie, and when she learns that he could have utilized the money to help himself and receive medical care, she responds violently and walks out. Ellie chastises Charlie as well and tells him to end his life. He then speaks with Mary, who initially reflects on their marriage and a memory of them spending time at the beach with Ellie. Additionally, she claims that Ellie has always given him more of her attention than herself, labeling her a terror for the way she handles her co-workers. Mary also tells him that when she ran into Alan, she wanted to meet him about Charlie's relationship with him, but instead, she just offered to help him in the store without identifying herself. Charlie sobs as he bids her goodbye that all he needs to know is that he lived a good life. Dan is shocked when he meets him for the first time, which makes Charlie vomit. Charlie then sends his students an email asking them to write an honest piece rather than the normal assignment. He informs the students in the last lecture that he will shortly be replaced. He claims that the students' opinions are more significant than the course as he reads their open reviews. Additionally, he finally turns to face the students and closes his laptop. Liz visits Charlie's flat once more after feeling bad for leaving him. But they are both aware that he is in danger of passing away. Liz announces with tears in her eyes that she would wait below until Ellie comes back. Ellie is upset that Charlie changed her essay and made her fail. Ellie authored the essay for Moby Dick that Thomas read to him in 8th grade. Charlie tells her she is perfect and asks her to read the essay to him before storming off again. She accomplishes this, and he starts to approach her without his walker as she had earlier requested. Charlie approaches Ellie as she is sobbing while reading the article. Then he seems to pass away. There, the film finishes. To watch many more exciting recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe, as that's the only way we can keep making these fantastic recaps and like this video. Thanks again for watching, and stay safe and healthy.